I walk through the shadow of death left to fear. This is a journey through the halls of hell.
Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Game of Thrones series. This is the finale of Season 4, Episode 10, and it is called The Children. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. Straight in from the last episode, which was absolutely insane. I've been talking with my friends this week about last week's episode, and we all agree it was just one of the most epic television episodes of all time. Surprisingly, not as many dead bodies as I was expecting down there.
You're wearing a black cloak again.
I've been sent to negotiate with you.
It's a testament to Mance Rayder's character that Jon Snow wasn't murdered right then and there on the spot. If you imagine someone like the Lord of Bones was leading the wildlings at the time, or many of the other wildlings, they would have definitely killed Jon. Mance Rayder's their leader for a reason. He's very forward thinking.
He was their king, last of a bloodline that stretches back before the first men.
That's so tragic. Rest in peace to that giant. I can't believe that was the giant king that was charging through the tunnel.
I sent 400 men to climb the wall, an unmanned stretch 5 miles west of here.
Yeah, Mance isn't a stupid leader. Of course he's going to instantly send more people if he detects any weakness. That was a really good bit of camera cut there to show exactly what everybody was thinking within a few seconds.
You're attacking us! No, it's like you said, we don't have the men.
Mance Rayder was like, yeah, it checks out. Oh shit, it's Stannis. Oh man. I was wondering how Jon got out of this. I couldn't remember Jon going to meet Mance, and I couldn't remember how Mance gets back to the wall. I'm assuming this is how. Now I remember. Stannis shit cans him. In beautiful battle formation, no less. Oh, there's just nothing the wildlings can do against this level of technological advantage in that era. Better armor, better swords, fast horses. And just like any good leader, it's breaking his heart watching all these people just get slaughtered.
Their fate depends on their king.
We did not kneel.
That's fucking heartbreaking. Let the man have his principles.
Your father was an honourable man.
He was, your grace.
He fucking was, your grace.
He spared my life. I think my father would have taken him prisoner. Listen to what he had to say.
And that's Jon doing Mance a solid there. I hope Mance is like, okay, cool. Jon's a good guy, really. Even though he was infiltrating us, he's a good guy.
I would suggest milk of the poppy to ease his pain.
Wow, this is the first time we've been back here since Oberyn got his head exploded. They kept us hanging with this fucking storyline, didn't they?
His curiosity was deemed dangerous and unnatural.
You're dismissed, Grand Maester.
Yeah, Cersei doesn't give a fuck what the Citadel thought. If this guy can keep the mountain alive, you can leave the room, mate.
May change him.
Will it weaken him?
Oh no.
Yeah, Cersei doesn't care if he becomes more of an evil, heartless Jason Voorhees-ish dick. It's just she just wants to make sure he can still lift a truck.
Your role in that future is more vital now than it ever was.
I don't care.
Yeah, sorry, Tywin. That whole legacy thing, she's not really interested in it.
Do you think you'll be the first person dragged into a sept to be married against her will?
Fucking hell, thank God we didn't see those storylines in Game of Thrones. All the poor Westeros women that had been held and married against their will.
Now you want to ship me off to Highgarden and steal my boy. My last boy.
Now, in this scene, I completely see where Cersei's coming from. In her mind, she feels like she's only got one child left that she can actively look after. And now Tywin's just using Tormund as a bartering chip. Not uncommon in that era, of course. I'm just saying, I see where she's coming from.
About Jaime and me.
No.
Your legacy is a lie.
No, I don't believe you.
I think Tywin's always believed this. I think he's learned to be in denial about it many moons ago. Not often you see Tywin getting one-upped in a one-on-one conversation either. Granted, it took Cersei having to admit to incest to win the argument, but still, a win's a win.
Those are words.
Yes. Like the ones I just said to Father.
That's probably one of those conversations Cersei should have cleared with Jaime before she had with Tywin. Don't know if Jaime will appreciate his dad always looking at him with the side eye, the side incest eye.
Someone will walk in.
I don't care.
If she's lucky, it could be a third cousin or something, would heighten the experience.
When you took the city, the children begged me not to leave the house, so I lost my home.
Fuck, I didn't even think of that. So as soon as the slaves are freed, they're now just essentially homeless people as well. Oh, that sucks.
The young may rejoice in the new world you have built for them, but for those of us too old...
It's so fucked up. I kinda see this guy's perspective. It's similar to guys that are institutionalized through being in prison for long periods, and then they go outside again, and they want to fucking re-offend just to go back to what they know. There's someone in that jail. They mean things to people.
I will allow you to sign a contract with your former master.
Slaves in all but name.
Whenever she creates something like that, the masters will force their slaves to sign these contracts using the legal loophole. Oh no, things go from bad to worse today, don't they? This is so fucked up. This is so fucked.
How old was she? 3.
Oh man, fucking hell, Game of Thrones. George R.R. Martin, what is wrong with you? What's even worse is, these guys are innocent. It wasn't the green and red dragon that burnt the child, it was Drogon. But because they're the only two she can currently find, they're doing the time. And in 20 years' time, we'll be watching an inspiring made-for-TV movie about their quest for justice and freedom. Granted, the prison shower scene was a bit much, but that's what happens when humans have to bathe with dragons. Innocent! Innocent people! Free them! Hashtag justice for green and red.
They died protecting men, women, and children who will never know their name.
Ain't that the sad truth about it? People don't even appreciate the Night's Watch. I've not seen a single person in Westeros not mock the Night's Watch yet, let alone appreciate them. Rest in peace, Gren. Kept calling you Ren last episode as well, which probably added a bit of insult to the death-like injuries you occurred. I'm sorry, Gren. Rest in peace. I liked you as the lawyer in adolescence. Always staring straight into his fucking past life, aren't you? Never just a, you alright? Red lady, just over here. Always soul watching.
She loved you. She belongs in the north.
That was a moving little speech, but also a bit ignorant of Tormund, because all the dead wildlings belong in the real north, not just fucking Ygritte. Put all the bodies north. And rest in peace, Ygritte. She was a good character in the show, well acted, and interestingly, if you don't know, the actress that played her and the Kit Harington, the actor that plays Jon Snow, are still together in real life. I think they're married and shit, so congratulations to them. They got a lot of extra fucking done on set while doing rehearsals, which, you know, if you can multitask, is always good.
We can stop, we can rest.
Rest with the three-eyed raven.
Rest? What, like Harry Potter with his little Harry Potter bed? I don't need rest. Also, I'm so happy I can still do Daniel Radcliffe jokes. I thought that guy was for sure a goner. Please let your stomach wound carry you through the rest of this show, so I may Harry Potter joke you into the fucking ground myself. I mean, even if I wasn't looking for a magical tree, I would be like, yo, look at that tree. It is fucking majestic. It's like a fucking bear rising out of a river with a salmon. I was just celebrating the fucking Harry Potter joke return. I need to think of one quickly before he dies. Ah, Expelliarmus! Oh, you guys are fucked now. Actually, probably the best skeleton warrior effects that I've ever seen on screen, you know. They've got a good realistic movement to them. Obviously, it's real actors standing in place with green screen elements which they've taken away, but it works really well. No! Now he's definitely dead. What a crazy race of humans that exist in this world we hardly ever get to see or delve into the history of. These people are armorless tree people with energy grenades. It's nice to see a good little bit of interior set in Game of Thrones. I appreciate the underground root cave set. Thank you, set designers.
From the moment he left, he knew, and he went anyway.
I actually like this design of Three-Eyed Raven better than the one we get next season, because I swear this guy gets recast and his whole look changes.
30 miles to the Erie from here. You're carrying the saddlebags.
Brienne's back in her grumpy mood toward Podrick, the only person in this show she treats like shit. Oh no. This is it, isn't it? Ah, shit. I love the Hound and Arya as a team so much, this fucking sucks.
Does it have a name?
Oathkeeper.
Mine's Needle.
This is kinda Arya's fault engaging in this conversation. If Arya had just kept it quick and not engaged in this would have never ended in a conflict.
You're Arya Stark.
I asked if you wanted something.
What's worse is they both want to protect Arya. They're both good people in this scene.
I've been looking at Lannister gold all my life. Tell me that's not Lannister gold.
It's a difficult one to explain that. Why is she adorned in brilliant Lannister armor with a beautiful Valyrian steel Lannister sword?
Safety? Where the fuck's that? Her auntie in the Erie's dead. Her mother's dead.
Exactly. If anything, anybody promising to take Arya to safety just now should not be trusted. There's no such thing. I agree with the Hound. It's so bittersweet. These two guys are such ferocious warriors that obviously it's great whenever two ferocious warriors battle, but I do not want either of them to ever lose, ever. I like the little sort of smirk Brienne gives someone. It's like, yeah, you weren't expecting it to be this difficult, were you, bitch? Oh, God. This is where this fight just stops being a good sword battle and becomes absolute brutality. Sorry, I was saying that while the Hound kicked Brienne in the vagina. Oh, man. This is rough. What an amazing camera shot that was as well as he fell off the side of the mountain. Looked so real. And Brienne just literally did the most badass thing of all time, but I can't fully celebrate the victory because the Hound has just fallen off a cliff. And I'm not surprised right now that Arya had more trust being with the Hound than being with Brienne, who she doesn't know at all. Ah, fuck. Broken thigh bone.
You're gonna die.
Unless there's a maester hiding behind that rock.
I'm so happy I know that not to be true.
Killed by a woman. I bet you like that.
Oh, this is a fucked scene. I genuinely believe they both actually care about one another right now at this point already. But of course they're not saying that.
I should have taken her. That night the Blackwater burned.
He doesn't mean any of this shit. The Hound isn't like that.
Do it.
You never thought you'd see the Hound cry. He's literally begging to be executed. And he's had such a shit, miserable life. What a horrible fate. Thank God he survived this moment.
Kill me.
And what do you think Arya's motivation in that scene was? Do you think she was actually leaving him to suffer a long and slow death? Or do you think she thought, I don't know, you might survive this. I'm just going to leave you and hope that something happens and you come back from this? Either could be the case. Not sure what was going on in her head there.
Varys, you have more friends than you thought.
That's so cool, Jaime's freeing Tyrion right now, but also there was two knocked out guards there. Did Jaime solo fight both of those guys? I thought he was a terrible fighter now. Now he's ninjaing two guards. I don't think anybody in the world loves Tyrion like Jaime loves Tyrion.
Thank you. My life.
I think that's maybe psychologically the thing that wins Jaime over to us as an audience. Obviously there's the interactions with Brienne as well where he explains his actions as a Kingslayer etc. But also to be the only family member that didn't treat Tyrion like he was an outcast is really a redeemable quality. It shows he sees past the shit that a lot of shallow people don't. Tyrion's not quite ready to escape yet though, of course. Oh, you fucking treacherous bitch, your time is up. Some people think this is a horrible, tragic scene. I think that woman showed herself to be the biggest snake in the entire world the day before this one, and she would have been happy to see Tyrion hang. So fuck her, she can hang on the pearls adorning her neck thanks to Tywin Lannister's gifting. This is a ruthless world, remember. I'm not judging this by modern settings. I'm judging it by the setting we are in. Oh shit, it's not even pearls, it's Lannister gold. There's no way that shit's breaking. Now, for the actual scene, it's a fucking tough watch. No one wants to see a woman get fucking strangled to death, obviously. That being said, in this world, after what she did, even though I can't look at it right now, she deserves what's happening to her out of the corner of my eye.
I'm sorry.
Oh, these things happen. And he's still not done. When I first watched this show, what happens next, I would say, is probably a top 3 most shocking moments in the whole show, maybe?
This is how you want to speak to me? Shaming your father has always given you pleasure.
Yeah, at this point, Tyrion has nothing left to hear from you, Tywin. You fucking hated him, you embarrassed him, you take any woman from him he thinks loves him.
Put down that crossbow.
I murdered her with my own hands.
And Tywin's such a fucking hypocrite, telling Tyrion he's not allowed whores up to his chambers while he's Hand of the King, and then Tywin himself has Shay sleeping in his bed right now.
She's in there.
Are you afraid of a dead whore?
That's how quickly it can happen in life. You should have listened to him when he told you.
You're no son of mine.
I have always been your son.
What a fucked up conversation to have while killing him as well. Tywin's still jockeying to let him know how much of a fucking outcast he is to his dying breath. And I think that is the last time we see Tyrion in King's Landing until season 8, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe he sneaks back in once before then? But yeah, that is him gone for good. Understandably, I mean, he can't kill his own dad and strangle a whore in his dad's chamber the night before he is meant to be executed and then just walk around like everything's normal. I have a feeling Cersei in the King's Guard might have something to say about it. Oh shit, she's going to the docks. This is the start of the assassin training. Let's go. Valar Morghulis, motherfucker.
Valar Morghulis.
Instantly treats her like a queen. Oh man, to see a little coin made of iron hold so much power is cool. And just an example of how it is us who gives value to any object. Okay, and that was episode 10 of season 4 of Game of Thrones, The Children, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, The Children, what did I think of that? This was a brilliant episode to close out probably one of the strongest seasons of this entire show. I know this is flat out some people's favourite season. It's definitely one of mine. Not sure if it is my actual favourite. It's a tough one to weigh up because there's so many great points in many of the seasons, but this is definitely just writing-wise, storyline-wise, every subplot is interesting. Just what a strong season all round. First of all, I was asking last week, like, how does Jon go back and deal with Mance? I have no idea, I didn't remember it, and then all of a sudden the Stannis banners came and his giant army just battles the woods from both sides. Okay, that's how it happens. And it's cool that Stannis shows so much respect to the legacy and the reputation of Ned Stark that he instantly lets Jon Snow's words have merit and he listens straight away to what Jon Snow thinks of situations. It's good to see that. There was the heartbreaking scene of the farmer bringing his dead child's body to Daenerys, forcing her to chain up the two innocent dragons while the murderer is still on the loose. We got the scene of Cersei confessing to Tywin about her and Jaime, and like I've said, deep down I think Tywin's always known, but I guess when she throws it in his face to that level, he's not even allowed his layer of denial anymore. So that wasn't really a conversation of her revealing anything to him, that was her forcing him to strip away his layer of denial and deal with what he already knew to be true. Bran finally made it to the tree and met the three-eyed raven, we got a little action sequence with some zombies attacking, and then the children of the forest show up with their fucking energy grenades. I don't know what those things are made of or how they cultivate them, but someone in Westeros should really be weaponizing those things. Like if Stannis managed to get like 10,000 of those and went up to King's Landing with them, I think Cersei and all those guys would be pretty fucked. And as I was saying, it's kind of a jarring redesign of the three-eyed raven between this and the next season. In this season, he sort of looks more like a sort of Chinese Lopan from Great Trouble in Little China, emperor-y type guy. Shout outs to Great Trouble in Little China there. But yeah, do you know what I mean? With the long beard and the long side hair. And I believe he's redesigned next season to be a clean-shaven dude with short hair. So strange why they decided to do that, but okay. And the Hound and Arya storyline is officially over. They bumped into Brienne of Tarth, the ultimate badass. But like I said, I can't even really celebrate Brienne's most badass moment of the whole series just because the Hound is perceivably dead at this point. But my god, what a visceral fight it was. Started as just two brute force sword style with long swords, but then quickly devolved into just groin punch and rock smashing, and you have to respect it because that is a real fight. That's the reality of brutal street weapon using combat. I say street, there wasn't no streets, it was a hill weapon using combat scenario, so you ain't got much to choose from other than like rocks and cow shit, so the Hound should think himself lucky if anything. And then Jaime freed Tyrion, which again is such a cool redeemable quality, just how much he loves his brother. And of course then Tyrion went on a little adventure before he decided to escape, both murdering Shay and then crossbowing Tywin to death on the shitter, which is actually incredibly ironic because Tywin spent his whole life stripping Tyrion of his dignity, so it's quite fitting that Tyrion then shot him to death sitting atop a bucket of shit. And then to close off, we get Arya going down to the ships and realising she can get a free ticket to Bravos with her coins, so she is going on her adventure to the House of Black and White. Season 5 is looking great. I will be reacting to Season 7 of Black Mirror before we start Season 5 of Game of Thrones, but man, I can't wait to start Season 5. This is such solid writing just now in this show. It is amazing. So yeah, after the Black Mirror interval, I cannot wait to start Season 5. And until next week, if you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.